Welcome to the Rocket and Raygun Awards for 2016. Three of my best pals in games are with me: Steve Tilley, Ben Silverman, and Jose Sanchez. We are going to figure out what the best sports game was for 2016. This is always a complex category. It's definitely very personal for each one of us, but the contenders are FIFA 17, NBA 2K17, NHL 17, Madden NFL 17, and MLB The Show 16, because they like to be different. And I know that there's going to be a lot of people out there saying, why isn't PES 2017 on this list? Steve Tilley, I'm going to let you explain that.
Because, everyone's like a game, and for some reason we chose the lesser of the two. Actually, I know a lot of people who are such PES diehards that they would never, they won't touch FIFA. It's like you can't get into that discussion with them because it just ends in an ugly way. I think this comes down to two things. One, what's your favorite sport? What sport do you like? Two, did the team that pumped out this year's iteration of the game do a good job? Now, I love the guys at EA Canada. I love the NHL series, of course, because I grew up in the frozen north of Canada.
You were born in a frozen
I saw the
hockey
Oilers
pond.
win back-to-back Stanley Cups in my childhood. So I like NHL 17, but I think that what 2K is doing with NBA. With that whole series, with that whole franchise, just every year it's incredible. It's incredible. It's the game I like to put it on and just surprise people as they walk into the room and see how long it takes them to figure out that I'm not watching the basketball game on TV. I'm playing it. So it's I feel like they've won this a lot of times. They've won this category a lot of times, but they've just built on the past successes, so that's got to be
well.
it.
And the other cool thing that they did with the NBA 2K game this year is they had the Prelude, which let you play 4 free college games, like full games, to kind of get your stats up before you started the real game. And that was a free download for anybody, and it was a teaser sort of entry point into NBA. And the other thing that they do, too, is they have this kind of monthly TV show that's built into the game. They spend money on that game in a million different ways. And in any other context, it would be all like trying to divert your attention away from something that isn't awesome. But the core of all of the game modes of NBA are awesome. It's incredible. Like the story stuff that they have in there. Although I don't
Shaq's
think
announcing.
Yeah, and now they have the online sort of playground court stuff. They have the street court sort of games in there. They've got all kinds of incredible ways to play that game. And I would normally vote for that directly and say, yes, of course, this is the thing that I want. But this year, FIFA did something really remarkable. They got kind of lampooned for their announcement of it at E3 this year when they had that actor go up on stage who's actually in the game and sort of give us this monologue. But they have this whole cool story mode in FIFA 17, and it actually is an emotionally investing way to kind of get wrapped up in why soccer matters so much to people, just like the way that NBA has been doing these story modes for such a long time. And I was really, really impressed with FIFA's investment in this direction. And yes, they're borrowing some other team's idea to a degree, although you could make the case that the NBA guys borrowed the idea from the boxing game that EA made, the Fight Night games, right? Fight Night Championship. But I love the FIFA story mode. So this year, my vote's going to go for FIFA 17. What about you, Foobs?
Well, I love all things Espuerta.
Yes.
When it comes down to the Espuerta, this is my category, okay? I've had a lot of good times playing all of these games. I really got into FIFA last year, and this year it definitely is an improvement on last year's game. Even Madden, surprisingly, was a little bit better than it was last year, which, it's always good to see them making strides in the better direction instead of the wrong way. Yeah. But NBA, man, NBA 2K is just one of the sweetest looking things you can see to replicate sports with your octacles. Yeah. These cabbages right here.
Yeah.
And I don't even understand how they can constantly make the game look better and better each year.
And they've even got PS4 Pro support. Like it runs with HDR and 4K.
As if it didn't look good enough already.
I know. It's ridiculous.
On the best TVs you can get, it's going to look even better than it has before. So my nod is going to go to NBA 2K17 in the category.
Nice. Ben Silverman, what about you, my friend?
Well, I'm looking at the list. I'm looking at the list right here, and it says best sports. And I don't see Overwatch or CS:GO or League of Legends down here, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I guess all these other ones, I guess they're just regular sports games.
CS:GO, best sports game.
Yeah.
So, because we're not talking about esportas, but we're talking about just sportas.
That's what I say.
These are all good games, and this is just what happens, right? We get these like incremental.
Yeah.
Which incremental update did you like the most?
Yes.
Because that's what it is. So I think you're right that FIFA did a great job, just cribbing off of NBA.
Well, you know what it feels like to me? It's like this movement has to continue. Like we need to feel this in Madden. We need to feel it.
That's the story, though. How has Madden not done this? Madden used to be the trendsetter with modes and with,
they got all the money too.
And
college support.
They sort of stopped. So I would say, even though Madden was a good game this year, I'm disappointed that they haven't been pushing more of. Now, I don't always love the cinematic story modes because they always get cheesy and they sometimes get mired in bad dialogue. Last year's NBA 2K game with Spike Lee was a disaster of a story mode.
Yeah.
But when they do them well, when they make you really feel like the player, when they give you that role-playing game-like obsessive quality where you just want to keep getting better and getting your shot better and racking up points and being like a stat maniac. I was Russell Westbrook by the end of this thing. I was averaging a double-double or triple-double as my small forward in NBA 2K this year. I think they are far and away the best sports developer in the world.
Yep.
I think they are doing things that everyone else is emulating. I think until they really shit the bed with one of these games, and they kind of started to last year, and they unshit the bed this year with maybe the best story mode they've done. So I think this is another big win for NBA. Although I do applaud EA for what they did with FIFA. I want to see them do that for Madden.
Yeah, and I want to see them do it for hockey as well. You know, I think it would be amazing to follow some Canadian story and put that out there. I think that'd be awesome. Or some kind of Swedish story or something. I love that FIFA's story is also focused on a UK kind of perspective. I think that was fantastic. But, you know, and I can't fault those decisions at all, guys. Congratulations to NBA 2K17, best sports game of 2016. And don't go away. The Rocket and Raygun Awards are going to continue. We've got a lot more of these beautiful babies to give away.